Hi, my name is Yana. I'm a modern Ajumma. I went to New York City for a family vacation and I thought I would do a quick haul video. I'll be honest, it's not going to be very many books, despite this being a booktube channel. And I didn't really buy that much stuff. Nevertheless, I figured I would just talk a little bit about my trip and the things that I got there. I didn't really make a separate New York City travel vlog, and instead I just made like a lump sum vlog of the month of April for my son's birthday month, and just for like a vlog for him to watch. I used to vlog back in 2021. I would do monthly vlogs, just compiling footage, snippets from like my life and my reading experiences. And then I stopped doing them because I was just getting busier and my kid was growing up and not as enthused about being on camera. As cute as he is so camera shy. I keep pushing him to like model or something, but he refuses. He hates taking his picture. But he still likes to have like vlogs for his birthday. So that's what that video was. It was my previous video. And it is really nice to revisit some of those old vlogs because then I can relive his early childhood, and I'm really glad I have those videos. Anyway, I figured for you and me, I could just do like a chatty haul video and talk about my trip that way. If you follow me on Instagram, and I believe I mentioned it in my April wrap up, I sprained my ankle really bad. I just was walking, and then the next minute I was on the ground, unable to get up, and I was unable to walk really for like 2 to 3 days. So that really cut down my shopping time significantly. However, while I was laid up in bed, I did do a little bit of reading. It wasn't very great because really I was just in a whole lot of pain, but I did have my husband run an errand for me because every time I go to New York, I always make a stop at Muji just really to buy these. What are these? 90 by 70 millimeter cotton pads. These are great cotton pads. The shape and size is just so good. You know, like this is one rectangle, and each one I'll soak it with a pad, and I'll either like cleanse my whole face with one as like my first step of cleansing, or I'll soak each pad with like a tonic or a serum, and then I'll just like put one on each cheek, and it's wonderful. And I can't get this online, I don't think. And really I just buy like a bunch at a time. In this case I got 3 to hold me over until the next time I'm in Manhattan. My other must, like non-negotiable must visit stop is this really adorable stationery store in the East Village called Niconeco Zakkaya. And I order from them online regularly, but it's always such a treat to go in store and look around and browse. The store itself is so lovely. They're actually opening a Brooklyn store soon, which just means that I need to make another New York City trip in the very near future. And I just got a few things while I was there. I got this really cute notepad. Nico means cat in Japanese, and so a lot of their items are cat themed. Got this really cute smaller memo pad. It has all these different prints. And I got these 2 stamp kits, and I got these 3 washi tapes that just struck my fancy. And one of the things that you can ask for if you're in store is they have a store stamp for your journaling purposes, and so I got this on their paper. One of the things that I really like about that store is their curation of stationery products, the designers and artists that they work with. They have a lot of Niconeco original items. I love pretty much every designer that they feature. I've spent so much money on them over the years and have amassed quite a collection. And of course, if you are already at Niconeco Zakkaya, you have to go next door to this really beautiful cake shop called From Lucie. I always have to stop in and get a slice or 2. My son really loves their chocolate cake. It's like really dense. It's a really rich and chocolatey, flavorful cake. However, it's not too dense, but it's not too light. and it's not too sweet, but it's it's the Goldilocks of chocolate cakes that I, as a snooty 38-year-old, as well as my, very simple taste buddy 9-year-old son, both equally love very much. And in addition to buying a few slices of cakes, I also saw that they have their new merch and now they have hats. So I got this blue hat with pink embroidery that says "From Lucie." It's really funny because I don't actually wear hats too often, or at least not baseball hats. If I'm wearing a hat, I'm like a big sun hat type of girl, but at this point I have so many hats that I really should just wear them all the time. So that's her. And that's not even the only hat that I purchased this trip for someone who never wears hats, because I also stopped by You and Me bookstores and I saw their hats and I had to get this one too. I have to say this one probably goes with my coloring better, and it's like a nice corduroy. Is this my thumbnail? I always try to visit a new bookstore too every time I'm in New York, whether a new or used one, and obviously try to buy a book. This time around I saw Patrick Radden Keefe's The Snakehead, and I never heard about it before, and I asked the employees, like, oh my god, is this a new one that he came out with that I never heard about? And the employees were like, oh yeah, Patty Ratty Daddy. We love him, and I never heard of his name spoken in that way before, but now I can't not think of it. Think of his name in any other way. Apparently this is like an earlier book of his that just got a re-release, so it matches the hat. I had to buy the book. And instead of giving out free bookmarks, as most bookstores are wont to do, You and Me has these, I think they make this themselves, but they have these Spirited Away bookmarks that say You and Me in the back. And so I got 2 more to give to my friends, and now this is the thumbnail. So I had to buy these. Honestly, selling these bookmarks, they're just printing money because they have the stamp and they just can keep making these to sell. Same with their sticker packs. I had to buy this to put in my journal, and I mean, this is such an impulse purchase, but again, for the journal, these are adorable. Had to do it. The other bookstore that I really wanted to try going to, despite my infirmed ankle situation, I stopped by Book Club Bar. It's really cute inside. I saw so many social media posts on them. It's like one of those places where you can sit and drink coffee and read a book, buy the book. I think they have like cocktails at after a certain time. I'm unsure. I was there in the morning, and the book that I bought from there is for my kid, A Wolf Called Wander by Roseanne Perry. And honestly, my husband picked it out. It's so hard getting my son to read books, but we figured this is like a chapter book with some pictures breaking up the pages, and we're gonna attempt to read this summer together. And I really just bought it for the bookmark, which is nice. It's got like a Libro FM ad on the back. Not too flimsy, but also not as sturdy as, say, a Sunny's bookmark, for example. Probably the best in the biz. Yeah, no contest. And the last bookstore that I made it to was in Brooklyn, called Unnameable Books, which is a lovely bookstore. I namely went there because it is one of Sophie's favorite bookstores in the city. The bookstore that I bought from there was, again, for my kid, The Long Secret by Louise Fitzhugh. This is part of the Harriet the Spy series. I had never seen this one before, so it was nice to see, especially with this like retro, or I should say the classic edition cover art. And again, you gotta do it for the bookmark. And their bookmark is adorable. I love the type, love the colors, no ad in the back. I met up with Sophie as well as Reba. We did a quick little hangout at Sophie's lovely house. And Sophie was very kind enough to pass on some of her books. She gave me Universality by Natasha Brown, which I am really looking forward to reading. I read Assembly as a new release and really loved it. I can't wait to read this one. I have tried not to hear too many things from other booktubers when they talked about this book so that I can form my own opinion and go in blind, basically. The other book that I cannot say I did the same for, that was kindly gifted to me by Sophie, is her hardcover copy of Biblophobia by Sarah Chihaya. It's like one of the hot, it's not a lit fic, like literary essays about the literary life. Kat just talked about this book and I had it on my library hold. I was like the 40-something person in line. So I was really happy that Sophie decided to give me her copy, and I will be jumping into this very soon. Oh, I guess the last bookstore, it's not really a bookstore, but the last like bookish store that I went to was Cassa Magazine. Is it in the Village? It's literally right next to Le Bonbonniere, which is a very disheveled old school diner that I just had to try for the vibes. I'd never been there before. The food was fine. You really go there for the vibes and to like make a morning of it. So I had breakfast at Le Bonbonniere, and then I went over next door to Cassa Magazine and of course the shop next door, and I had to get just something. It's really a magazine store, not a bookstore, but they had the Granta Winter 2025 issue, and they also have not a bookmark, but a business card, and you know, I just had to get it. I bought a few copies of Granta Magazine before, and I enjoyed reading them. It's another kind of like a thicker, more substantial version of reading a Penguin Little, where you're reading snippets of things only from new authors as opposed to like classic authors. So I do really enjoy getting my hands on a Granta whenever I am able. And these are the writers and photographers featured in this issue, if you're interested. And literally the final thing that I bought is I was walking around Chinatown, and Little Italy is adjacent. I was walking down the street and I saw a Christmas store. Every time I pass a Christmas store, I must go into it. It's just a law innate within me. And this is so random, but I bought these year of birthday cards. So I got one for my mother-in-law and my grandmother-in-law. I don't know, I just thought that these would tickle the fancy of two American white women, and when it comes time for their birthdays later this year, I will be ready with their card. So just like my haul video from like the 2 years ago that I did, my New York City haul is very untouristy and very random, and this is just stuff that I bought over the course of a couple of days. And despite the utter pain that I was in, I had a really fun trip. I went to 3 bookstores for the first time. That's always a very exciting event. And I have new books to read, both for myself and with my child. And I have new stationery to use. Yay! Let me know if you guys, whether you are current New Yorkers, native New Yorkers, or if New York City is just a regular destination for you in your life, if you have like go-to spots every time. Let me know in the comments what they are. I already have my own. However, I love finding new places, as one does, especially for that city. There are so many places that I had bookmarked to go to this trip that I was unfortunately unable to, and I'll just have to go back again sooner than later. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye! Yay, I can finally use these now.
Compromise, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I also wear quite a lot because it's just like, it's great.
Yeah.
Sky Daddy is my most recent acquisition, and I love it.
That's so cute. I like
That is a really nice one.
I have loved wearing Great Expectations.
Yes, that's a great one.
I love wearing Great Expectations to chemo.
Yes.
TBH.
That is a great choice, a hat choice.
And my oncologist did comment on Shady Person.
So cute.